and welcome to Impact Africa, our online TV program where we get to celebrate and have conversations with people and organizations who are impacting lives and communities positively. I am Dr. Kemi Akiode Adebayo, also known as Mama K, and in today's program we have an amazing, gentle, kind Sister Florence Mulenga, who is the Center Manager of Bosco Delft Skills Training Center, which is based in Delft, Cape Town. Sister Florence, you're welcome to Impact Africa. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you very much.
Wow, Mulenga, I'm looking at that name and it sounds so rich. Where is that name from?
Yeah, actually, I'm originally coming from Zambia, and from the northern part of Zambia, that's where I come from.
Okay.
And my name, Mulenga, means the creator.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's in which language?
That is in Bemba,
in Bemba,
one of the local languages.
All right. How many languages do you have in Zambia, just out of interest?
73.
73
yes.
languages. So which is the main language?
We have 7 official languages.
7?
Yes.
So that's like South Africa?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. But English is
the
main language.
Exactly.
There. So where in Zambia, I know you said from the northern part of Zambia.
Yes.
Where specifically, and family? Are you the first child? Are you the last born?
Okay, I'm coming from the northern part of Zambia, and I'm coming from a village or a town called Luwingu district.
Okay.
Yes, just at the end almost of the of Zambia. That's where I'm coming from. And also I'm coming from a big family of children.
Normally in Africa, big family. I'm from a big family as well.
Yes, I'm from the big family. We are 10 children.
Wow. Yes. We're 13 and I'm the first.
Yeah.
So
it is beautiful to know that, you know, it's really something that we treasure, coming from a big family. Yes. I have my mother alive.
Oh,
yeah.
That's good.
My father passed on in 2013. And the 10 of us, we are still alive.
Wow. And what position are you?
I am the 4th child.
The 4th child. So you're in the middle somewhere there.
Exactly.
You see, when you're first and last, it's easy. But when you're in the middle, it's like, okay, I'm the 4th, 5th, 6th. You know, so wow.
Very true. And we are 6 ladies.
Okay.
And 4 young men.
Interesting. So you're the ones before you are
they
are
all ladies.
Ah, so it's all the ladies first.
The boy comes after
you.
Yes, yes.
All right. Yeah. So growing up in Zambia, education-wise, how was that, and where did you school?
Yes, actually, I schooled within my area. Yeah, I was in the boarding school.
Okay.
Yeah. And I completed my school, and also while I was at the school, you know, we have different activities. I know that, yes, I am a religious firstly. Yes, I am a religious sister from the congregation of the Salesian Sisters of St. Bosco.
Okay.
So I studied my school there, and I went to the secondary school. I completed. Then as we were searching for what we have to become in life, yes, this was in my early age, thinking of wanting to become a nun.
I was just going to come to that. Did you decide, you know, at a very early age, you decided you wanted to become a nun?
Yes.
Can I ask out of interest, how and why? Or what made you, you know, I don't know whether you remember to that time, what made you decide to become a nun?
I will remember very well, because it is a journey that I have made. Actually, in the schools where I'm coming from, we're having different nuns coming from different provinces, coming to do the promotion for the young ladies, and also young men who want to become priests or who want to become religious sisters. So they were coming from different. I was in a junior secondary school. I already joined in a vocation. there is a vocation club that goes on in all the schools.
Okay.
At that time.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So you'll have a vocation club where you join and where you learn about the Bible and also different kinds of vocations. It is where I learned also that there is a single life vocation, there is religious life, there is marriage life. Yes. Then there is priesthood life.
Okay.
So you can choose from there.
Anyone.
Yes, any one of you. And in that vocation, we are also able to learn on the different kinds of vocations. That if I want to get married, this is the way things are supposed to be. If I want to become a religious, this is the way. Because some of the young people, they would even get not very much interested, thinking if you go into that club, you're going to become a nun. And yet it's not like that.
Okay. So you're given the choice.
Exactly.
And you learn
Indeed.
about, okay, if you want to get married,
Yeah.
if you want to become a nun,
Yeah.
if you want to become a priest.
Exactly.
That is fascinating.
That was the journey that we were making.
Okay.
So in that, myself, I got interested. Yes, and I also know that from the background of my family, especially from my mother's side, there have been a group of religious women and also priests.
Right. So
Yes.
you already had that in the family that
Yes.
inspired you to go that,
Yes.
journey of
In the family
serving
there.
God completely as a
Indeed.
nun.
Indeed.
Wow. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Sister, you were sharing with us your journey, of how you became a nun and the choices that you're given, when you join the vocation club.
Yeah.
So just continue, from there.
Yes. So from there we are meeting and sharing even the word of God and also doing some different activities. So when I was in grade 9, I was with another congregation that I was communicating with. Yes, and they happened to come and see us when I reached grade 10. No, grade 9.
Okay.
We had to go for the camp where the group of nuns, they organized.
Right.
Yes, they organized for those who are at the college and those also who are in the secondary school. So we happened to be with the two of us with one of my friends who were coming from the junior secondary school who participated in that.
I see.
And the congregation was for the white sisters, the missionary sisters of Africa. They organized that camp for the young ladies. So we went there for the weekend. And during that moment of formation, they asked us if we want to join their congregation. You have to write. If you want to join, you write. Or if you don't, you write the reason why you want to join them. And if you don't want to join them, you also write the reason. Myself at that time, the majority were from the college.
Right.
So they were older than the two of us who were present at that time. Myself, I didn't write I wrote that I'm not going to join now.
Okay.
I'm still searching. Yeah, that's what I said to
At
the
that
sister
time.
who was, yes, at that time. I'm still searching. Because in my parish where I'm coming from, the sisters were there, the Salesian Sisters, where I belong now.
Okay.
So we were going there to do some activities as young people in the group, what we call the oratory.
Right.
Yes,
right.
that we were going to do some activities, sports, and also having the word of God at the end. So I was going there and also I was admiring the way the sisters, they were with the young people. I loved it. But I never thought to say now I joined, but I was just admiring. And also in that camp, we came out and they told me to say, no, it's good that you are still searching. And
so you're not jumping at it or where you could change your mind. So it's a good thing that you were still searching.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So when I reached grade 10, again, another congregation came at our school that they are called the Brunan Sisters.
Okay.
Yes, that is their nickname.
Okay.
Actually, they are Mary Immaculate. Yeah, but it's a long name, so they
shorten it
because of their dressing. They call them Blue Nun Sisters.
Okay.
Yes. So they came. We were communicating. Also, they said they want to come and see. Actually, they used the word. We want to see the famous Florence Mulenga. Because I was communicating
You were
with
the
them.
ones that were still searching.
Exactly. I was communicating with them. So they arrived in the mission of the Salesian Sisters. That's where they welcomed them. And that time, I also became a leader for the oratory. So I was in the boarding school. We got even a pass. Every Saturday, we were going there for the oratory to help the young ones. So we get the permission from the boarding master and also our class teacher.
Yes.
Yeah. So every Saturday we were going. And when we reached there, the sisters were welcoming us very well. They even prepare some tea breaks. We ate with some muffins or some scones.
Okay.
Yes. When we finish working, then they will take us back to the boarding school using their car. And we go back. So the sisters, they communicated to say, Florence is going to join us, meaning the Salesian Sisters. Yes.
They just assumed.
Yes, yes. And the sister, when she gathered us, she said, I have heard the sisters, they are saying you want to join them. I said, yes, I'm thinking to join them.
Okay.
Yes. Because of what they are doing and what we are doing together.
So at that time you were already now, not just searching, but now considering
exactly, considering it. So we had that conversation and the meetings, and we departed. They went back. They were coming from another province.
Okay.
Yes. So when I reached grade 12, again they came and they confirmed on that, and I confirmed to say, yes, I want to become a Salesian sister. Yes. And they told me to say, thank you very much, Florence. I know we are all serving the one God, but each one of us, we have where God is calling us to work. Because I know that the Brunan sisters, they are more into hospitals, yes, and also orphanages. The Salesian sisters, they work for the vulnerable young people.
Okay.
Yes, that is their main charism. Yes. So I loved that way, and especially the way they were treating the children people and the young people. I said, I think this is the way.
This is the line for you.
Because at one moment I thought to become a nurse or a teacher. That's what I was thinking.
Considering at that time.
Yes.
So it's like, and they're all about 7 and about people and young people. So now you found yourself with Don Bosco. But before I go on to Don Bosco now, and before we go into another break, when did you relocate? How did it come about now for you to relocate from Zambia to South Africa?
Okay, you know, like the way I've said, I've made a journey.
Yes.
Yes, there is also a formation of me becoming a sister. It takes actually 5 years.
Okay.
Yes, you start from the candidateship, you go to the aspiranted, postulant, then novitiate, then you make your first profession. I have made
you know,
that
I
journey.
didn't know. You see, but this is all learning for some of us. I hope you guys are listening. I didn't realize that. So you go through
the formation
period.
Indeed. Preparing yourself to become a sister. Yes, or a nun. So I did my preparation and I made my first profession. After first profession, again, you continue the journey. It doesn't end there. It will take you between 6 years and 9 years to make a final profession. To say, now I belong totally to God and to this congregation. So I had made that journey where I made my first profession, and every year you have to renew to ask if you really want to continue.
Every year?
Yes. For 4 years, you'll be doing it every year. To say if I want to continue or I don't feel that this is my life. And I've gone through that journey. And when you reach the 4th year, you made for the 2 years. Now preparing for your final profession.
Okay.
Yes. So now you again apply. Yes. You apply for you to be accepted for the final profession. And also there are a group of nuns who are called formators. They follow also that procedure. They see if I am really responding to what God is calling me, and they help me also in that journey. So they are the ones who also, they will confirm, yes, I can go ahead and make my final profession. Yes. The sisters in the community who are formators, and also the provincial leadership will also look into that one. And also the provincial leadership will also work with the general leadership, which is in Rome for us. Because
so you have along the way different people who are guiding you, mentoring, supporting you through that journey.
Exactly.
And you're allowed to change your mind as well. That's what you're saying.
You are free
to change your mind.
This is really not my life.
For me.
Yes, I think I am for this kind of life.
Okay.
Or maybe they can even also help you, direct you to say, maybe you would be happy in this kind of life.
Right.
Yes.
Interesting. Yeah. What a journey.
Yes.
So you came to South Africa in what year?
Actually, I came to South Africa in 2020.
Okay.
10th January, I arrived in Cape Town.
That was just before COVID.
Yeah, that is it.
And before that, have you been to South Africa before?
Yes, I was in Johannesburg.
Okay.
Yes, I was working at the Don Bosco Center in Okaville.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
I worked there for 2 years. I went back to Zambia and again I came back.
You love South Africa that much.
And there is a program there at Bosco Center for the young people. It is called Love Matters. And it is also even going on right now. It has been there for years.
Right.
Yeah, more than 20 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to stop in a minute now. But before we stop to come back, how did you become part of Don Bosco, and which year? Because obviously you said you came to South Africa back in 2020, but before that you were in Johannesburg. So which year and how did you
Actually, the first year when I made my first profession, I just lived 1 year in Zambia. The second year I came here in Johannesburg.
Right.
Yes, I worked there for a year. Yes, with the program which was there at that time. It was called Leadership Program for the young people. So that Bosco Center belongs to the Salesian Fathers. Right. And we are the same family. We have the same founder. Salesian Sisters and Salesian Fathers, they are coming from the same founder, St. John Bosco. We were founded by him. Okay. Yes. So we were sharing in the mission at that time. Yes, we are part of the Don Bosco Center team who were running different programs for the young people. Right. Yeah.
So let me, I know I did say before the break, but I'm just getting so fascinated with you personally before we go into Don Bosco. So for you, and you've mentioned leadership and a lot of other things there, what are the 3 things that you value most in life for you?
Actually, firstly, I value life. It's very important, yes. And also prayer life, yeah. Prayer life for me is very, very important. Right. Yeah. And the next thing that I value, that I'm also even passionate, is to work for the young people. Right. Yes.
And you're already doing that.
Yeah, that is my passion. That is my passion. It doesn't matter which kind of a young person, where the young person comes from. That is
something that is a calling for you, serving God and serving and working with young people. So what motivates you, sister?
What motivates me to continue what I'm doing is I'm not going to run away. It's prayer. Prayer motivates me. Yes. And also the mission itself. Right. Yes, that I have chosen. That motivates me every day, especially when I see a young person that maybe I can also share with you that I lived in Zambia in one of the homes where we have the girls at risk. And I stayed there for 7 years and I was the coordinator there. Okay. That has written a very big page in my heart. Yeah. Yes, those young people or the children, they come as young as 3 years and they stay with us until they finish their grade 12. And some of them, they even go to the college. And the way they come, because we were networking with the government, the social welfare, they were bringing the young people to our center. Right. And also other congregations who identified the problems. And then they knew that they go as Salesians, we are expert for the young people. So they will bring the children there. So I have seen those children growing and the way they come. When they come through the social, with the social worker, they arrive at our place, the way they look and the way they become.
Afterwards,
the change, and the intelligence that is in their minds. That as they have stored in my heart too, like our
and that makes you proud,
very proud, because I have contributed to their being as children, as young people. I could see them when we are going for activities or to church. Sometimes I could remain behind and look at them, how they have been transformed and how they are. We have a good number of them who are even married
now.
Yes, and, some even within the country, some even outside the country. That part for me, I appreciate it very much. Yes.
You know what, sister? We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Oh, Sister Florence, what a journey. You taking us from, you know, fourth child from a large family of 10, family, you know, from your mom's side who were religious, or, you know, and from a young age, you had made up your mind you wanted to become a sister or nun, but you still wanted to explore and search, you know, about becoming either even a teacher or a nurse. And you took your time. You took your time to make that decision of being called upon, and you've worked with young girls at risk. And then you came to South Africa and Cape Town now, 2020. Don Bosco, we've been mentioning Don Bosco here. When was it started? Who is, you know, Don Bosco? Where is the name from? And what do you do here at the Don Bosco Delft Skills Training Center?
Yes, Don Bosco, the name is coming from the founder, the one who began this mission, and is a patron for the young people. And we call him Don Bosco, the father and friend of youth. Yes, and it all began from Italy. And Don Bosco had a dream at the age of 9 years, where he had dreamed about the young people fighting, insulting one another, and punching each other. And Don Bosco in the dream, he also had to respond by punching the young people. And in his dream, he had a lady who appeared in his dream and say, not by blows, but with loving kindness and gentleness.
Okay.
And he didn't understand at that time, but the lady that appeared in the dream told him to say, in due time, you will understand. And from there, that is where the mission began, in his dream. And the family had to interpret the dream in different ways. Yes. The step brother, who is Anton, had to interpret it like, maybe, who knows, maybe you are going to become a leader of the gangsters.
Because punching all the...
Exactly. The grandmother has to say, don't mind about the dreams. Dreams are dreams. The mother interpreted to say, who knows, maybe you might become a priest. Don Bosco became a priest, and became a priest for the young people. And it happened that he was celebrating Mass in one of the places in Italy. And a young boy entered into a sacristy, where a priest goes to prepare himself for masses. So he was out there for the mass, and the young boy, it was raining he ran into that room just to find shelter. It is one of the street boys, we can say. Yes, his name was Bartolomeo Gareri.
Okay.
Yes, it's an Italian name.
Italian name.
Yes. So when he entered there, the man who was there keeping the sacrist there started beating and jesting. What are you doing here? Can you go and help Don Bosco to save the mass? And the young man said, no, I don't know. So he started beating him to chase him away. And Don Bosco heard what was happening. And he asked the man to say, would you mind to call for me? That young boy is my friend. They never knew each other before. But Don Bosco said, he's my friend. Call him back for me. And he called Bartolomeo. And Don Bosco spoke to him and said, what is your name? I'm Bartolomeo Gareri. Do you have your parents? He said, no, both of them are dead. And do you know how to write and read? He said, no, I don't know. Wow. Okay, do you know how to whistle? And Don Bosco whistled. And he said, yes, I know. And he was very happy.
Whistle, okay.
Yes. So he blew the whistle, and the young boy was very happy. At that time, he was 16 years. Right. And that was 8th December 1841. And that is the beginning of the mission that we are running today. And Don Bosco speaking to Bartolomeo, he said, you were my friend, and I would love you when you go back on the street or wherever you are living, come back with your friends. And from that time, Bartolomeo Gareri every Sunday was coming with the group of friends. Wow. To the oratory of St. John Bosco. And St. John Bosco will use all the activities, the sports, and he will do also some magic that will continue to attract the young people.
Ones.
Yes, and also providing food. He was providing food for them, and he would even tell them that if you need some food, come, you'll find them at the place. And that is how the young people, they were coming, calling each other. And Bartolomeo would say, come, I'm going to the priest who also know how to whistle. Yeah. So that was the beginning. And in that oratory, they were having the sports, the magicians. And also after that, they will have the word of God. Don Bosco will not let them go without sharing the word of God. That was the way he will do to attract them. And that's why you find in all the places, recreation moments are very important, because Don Bosco believed in that.
Right.
Yeah, to create an environment where a young person feels at home, wanted and cared for. And from that time, that is how the mission began. It began with the informal education with Don Bosco. And
that was grew. Which year again?
It happened on 80th December 1841.
Okay.
That is the beginning of everything. Our mission began on that day. Wow. With Don Bosco.
What a legacy from a man. So in terms of the vision and the objectives of Don Bosco as an institution now, can you share some of that with us?
Yes, with the vision of Don Bosco right here. You know, Don Bosco's his aim or vision was to make the young people honest citizens and good Christians of the society. Right. And as time goes on, we will say, okay, to make good human beings and honest citizens, because we work with all kinds of young people from different religions. Yeah.
So not just Christians, or even if you don't have a religion.
Exactly. You can be a good Muslim, a good Hindu, a good person. Yes. And that is what Don Bosco wanted. And also for the salvation of the young people. Right. Yes. And for my salvation. Because if I do good to the young person, it means I'm doing good to myself too. Yes. Yeah. Yes. So with the Don Bosco Delft Skills Training Center,
when was it started?
It is a very young skills training center. It began in 2020. Okay. And in 2019. Right. On 18th April 2019. Okay. It has been in the dream of the sisters who lived here in Cape Town or in South Africa for 20 years. it has been in their dream to say one day they have to make a project for the young people, a skills training center. We have a healthcare center, yes, which has even celebrated 25 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the sisters saw that we will need also to have the skills for the youths. And the dream came a reality on 18th April 2019.
Wow. Yeah. For an organization so young, has achieved, a lot. So what do you do at the Skills Training Center specifically?
We are offering skills in catering and food production, housekeeping and cleaning, computer and reception, life skills program, which is mandatory for all the young people who come at the center. And also we are giving them what we are calling Salesian Integral Formation.
Right.
Yeah, where we try to share the values of life to the young people. And we continue that, and for us it's very important.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's the training center open for Delft youth alone, or anybody from out with Delft can come?
The Delft was born, everything here, because it was like the light to say this mission is needed.
Right.
Okay, they thought, then Don Bosco, Delft Skills Training Center, but it belongs to the young people. We are having young people coming from Kailicha, Filipe, Kugletu, Mfulen, Nyanga, Langa, even South Bevel.
Okay.
Yes. We are, even the last group we had one young lady from Wellington.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So it is open, but obviously you're based in Delft because the need, I believe, was in Delft. It was born here, and you're being a beacon, for the whole of Cape Town. And how many young people do you work with at each time? Because I know you have the graduation, and that's a lot you do in terms of the skills training, computer, catering, housekeeping, and I know, we will share photos of, beds being done, and you have a brilliant kitchen, to train the young ones. How many people can you take at each time, and how does one, join to want to take the training course?
As our objective is for the young people when they are trained, and also to place them in workplaces. Yes, the capacity at the moment we can have in total at once 60 young people can be inside here. We are struggling because we need the hall, which is uncompleted.
Yeah,
we are hoping that this, if it comes to completion, it will help many young people, because young people are here and they need to find an environment where they can spend their time. Instead of wasting their time around the corners here, but they can have possibility when they can do different activities if they have enough space. Yes. At the moment, we only accommodate them in class, but we need also to have a place where they can also do different activities apart from just sitting on a chair and getting trained. But we want also various activities. Yes.
To just keep, so 60 is the capacity, and obviously there's a hall which is uncompleted, but we would love to have that completed because it can definitely serve a lot of needs. So how many times in a year do you run the program, and when they graduate, it is once, twice, 3 times?
Okay, as we started the program, we are running the programs for 4 times in a year.
Right.
Yes, they come for 3 months, training on site here at Don Bosco Delft Skills Training Center. Then we are having 2 months, they go for job exposure. So we are having different organizations and hotels where we are sending the young people. And we have been blessed. The last intake, we have placed all of them. There were 48 of them, and they are all in the working place.
Perfect. Awesome.
We have Protea Hotel that asked for 13 young people to be placed there. We have also Bella Super Spa that has taken, they wanted even more than 10 students. We also have Elika Spa. They take also some students. And also we have a hotel in Kailicha, the Spade Hotel and Spa.
Right.
We also sent some students there. And also Strand Pavilion. They also took some students there for work experience. Yes.
So in terms of placement, there's no problem at the moment. But what we're hoping as well is where those placements could become employment, where they gainfully, get employed,
that is
later.
The main objective on that. Actually, in the Belaspa, we are having a young man who went there who has been hired.
Awesome.
And also just came, I was in that super spa and came to whisper me, sister, can I tell you some news? I said, yes, I have been hired. Actually, I've been told we can give you a permanent contract.
Awesome. You see, and that is based on job placement, and so on, because I know unemployment is very, very high among the young people in South Africa, and particularly in Delft. So when positive stories like that are shared, kudos to you and your team who are doing so much, to get our young people employed. You know what? We need to stop for a break just to share photos and videos of some of what you're doing, and we'll be right back. Wow, a young man, Don Bosco, born in 1816, died in 1888 at the age of 72, and spent 40 years working with young people. An Italian who had a dream at the age of 9 years, and the fact that it was called Father and Friend of the Youth. What a legacy he has left behind that has been passed on through the legacy yourself and other sisters who are putting back in the community, as a career. So for you with this particular Don Bosco Skills Training Center in Delft, what are some of the challenges, that you've had to experience, and how have you managed to overcome them?
The challenges that we are experienced at the center with the young people who are coming, firstly, they come very excited. Yes, that they have found a center where they can learn something. And some they have said, oh, I didn't even know. I've been just at home doing nothing, and I'm happy to be here. So as they start, they come. I think one of the biggest challenges that we have faced also is the transportation. They come excited, they start coming for maybe a few weeks, they find that transport is a challenge. We find that some of them, they drop because of the transport. And the other ones is we are having, actually the majority are the young ladies that are responding to this skills training center. And among them, we have maybe a good number of them with children. And this is a very big challenge also, that also interrupts even their learning. They come, but they also have to think of their child or children. Because you find that a young lady of 23 years has already 3 children, 2 children. And coming here is a challenge. They want somewhere where they can leave a child. And also we have found that some of them, they're just living maybe with the boyfriend. And it's very difficult for sponsorship to go ahead. And also we have experienced among them, some of them, the gender-based violence. They come, you see a young lady with a blue eye, have been beaten, Yeah, those are daily challenges, and some are really internal personal that the young people they have. And with this, yes, we are trying to overcome these challenges by trying also to network with other people whom we can connect with.
Yes.
We receive the young people, they share their problems, but we know that we can only reach up to this far. The other far, we need somebody to come in.
And support.
Yes, we need psychosocial support. We need where young people, they can go and really talk freely and be helped. Yes, and would love also to have other networking, even the government to come in and help. These young people have responded to come at this center, which means they are looking for a better life. We are offering skills, yes, and we have also experienced a good number of them finding jobs because of the skills that we have offered to them. But would love to work together so that we actually we do holistic formation.
I was just going to say that you can't say you're offering skills and without or ignoring all the other bits of their life, you know, the childcare, the gender-based violence, some of them are experiencing at home. So, the holistic, you know, support is definitely, you know, needed. So that's a tough one. And in terms of success stories, I know during the break you were sharing with me some of the success stories in terms of the placement that you've had. Yes,
this also bringing good news from some of the young people are getting employed in the places where they have been placed, and others, they have found job. And we are very happy with them, and we are also happy with those people who are recognizing to say these young people, they need help. Yes, because I can share also with 2 young ladies who, when we were looking for the work experience, they went ahead of us and they found a hotel, that is Cloud9 Hotel in Cape Town.
Okay.
Yes, and now the manager from that area said, we cannot bring you in, we need to go to know where you're coming from. And the young ladies, they had to send the communication to me, the contact numbers, and the place where the Cloud9 Crowd Hotel is. And I had to go there with the staff member.
Okay.
Yes, and we met the managers, and they were very happy that the young ladies are there, and they just found that it's good that they moved themselves to look for that. Yes. And they were happy to offer them to say, we are going to put them for 3 days, like to experience training. Them, to see them, if really they have work come experience, for that. Yes. And they managed to be there, and one of them wrote actually a message to a staff member who teaches them housekeeping and cleaning to say, Madam Esther, I'm writing this so that you can tell the young people at Don Bosco Skills Training Center. First, I appreciate that the Don Bosco Skills Training Center is there, because what you have been teaching us is what I am doing here.
Wow.
And I don't need supervision because I know how to make a bed. Yes, nicely. That was a very good and moving story to one of the young people by the name of Anita, that she can tell us to say what we are teaching.
Giving that feedback that is useful
exactly.
for her. And yes.
So we are having, good number of them. We have also one who maybe in 2021 was here, is working at El Caspar. She was on the till. The last time I passed also, she has to tell me, I have a news to tell you, sister. I have been employed at Elka, and now I've been asked to do a training in administration when they recognize that I did computer training at Don Bosco. And she's there working. So those are some of the stories that we are having, and we are seeing that some of the young people are becoming economically active because of the skills that they are gaining at Don Bosco. And we say it's not enough, we need more. We need where we can establish robust partnership that can work with the center for the good of the young people.
Wow, well done, sister. There's a lot, obviously that you're doing there, and I know, the current intake, they will be graduating in January, and as well, you'll be taking more intake, in January as well. So we will share details if anyone as well wants to join, and in terms of what they need to bring and the commitment that they need to have. So now let me go in terms of to you now, because I know we're running out of time, which has been a beautiful conversation that we've had with all sorts of dramas in between, with the alarm and so on, but it's all all good. You've experienced life, and you were speaking obviously there, and you said in terms of your value, prayer life and life, are two key things, for you that you value. So can you share with us any life lessons, that might be useful to others, maybe a younger Florence, that you will say, okay, this is some of what I've experienced. Maybe I could have done this, or you could do that. Or anybody out there, could you share any life lessons, that you've gained to date or experienced? Or even for the children, the young people that you work with?
Yes, the life experience that myself I can share, firstly is just believing in yourself that you can make it, no matter what you come across. You'll manage it. It can be like in the plane, they will say a turbulent is coming, but it passes. It passes. Even myself in my journey, I've had a lot of challenges also. Yes, even in my journey as a religious person, yes, I have met even where maybe sometimes I even felt to say, I think maybe this is not my life. I need to go away. But I had to see it like I have learned and I've been taught, never make a decision when you are in crisis or you are experiencing difficulties. Never. You need to be at your Florence, at your pace, at a good spirit if you have to do anything. So myself with that, and I am a determined person, yes, and also hardworking, and I'm enthusiastic, and yes, I'm joyful also, yes, and I can smile because
I know that you have a beautiful smile as well.
Thank you so much. And I know that I have received some affirmations from the young people in different places where I've worked, which I have also believed and confirmed to say, sister, you are not having favoritism. You treat everyone who comes to you, you create a space for her, for him to listen. Actually, in one place, I was even called to say, sister, can we have a Salesian walk? Then it means the young people, they want to talk to me. Yes. And I still remember as one of my life experience where I was called by teenagers, of the girls of 16, 17 years, 6 of them, they called me, let's go and sit under the tree. And they wanted to affirm what I do to them. To say, even if you are upset and we have done something wrong, we sit, we talk. You always treat us the same. You don't treat like, no, this one is like that, that one is like that. And you are our inspiration. And I've been called mother, and I feel very happy. Even I have last Sunday, I received a message from one of the girls that I lived with. Mother, how are you doing? I have a grandson of yours here. Yes. I receive messages from Germany. I receive messages from Italy to say, mother, they know I'm a sister. I've never had
but still you're mother to them.
Biological child, but I am a mother of millions. Yes. I touch the life of young people, and my life is spent for them. Yes, I am consecrated to serve the young people. I'm consecrated to God to serve the young people, for the love of the young people, and that is what I give. And for me, a young people, whether the most difficult one or the best one, I manage to be with that young person.
Wow.
And I'm very happy about that.
And I can see that, and I really totally agree, with all what you said, that you're joyful, you have smile, you're a mother to so many, and we commend you, in terms of, what you're doing. So what I want to do in my last question now is to ask you basically about, we've spoken about a lot of issues, and unemployment being one of them, girls at risk and so on. I don't know which issue, means a lot to you out of all those issues. And what else do you think are the issues, are the solutions rather to those issues, be it in Zambia, be it in South Africa here, or other parts of Africa? So from gender-based violence to young girls being at risk, for various reasons, unemployment. I don't know which issue out of any of that speaks to you, or maybe there's anyone. And what are the solutions? What more can we do? Is it still training? Is it still education? Because as I read here, education is a matter of the heart, is the quote from...
Yes, yes, this is the quote of St. John Bosco. Education is the matter of the heart. And everything comes from the heart. Yeah. And for him, he says, maybe you can even have that, what he believed in the young person, that there is a point accessible to goodness. The first duty of the educator is to look for that point in the heart of the young person.
Right.
And if you create an environment, like I can share with you, I have this what we call the criteria, the Salesian environment, that every young person that comes to Don Bosco has to feel that this place is a home, it is a church,
right?
It is a playground, and also it is a school. It is a school is because where we learn things for life. It is a home where one need to feel that I belong, I am wanted, I am going to grow, and also I am trusted and also loved. It is a school because that person will have a support, will be encouraged, will be expecting something that will change the life. So if it is also a church, it has to create a community where a young person can learn values for life and believe that whatever we do is centered on God. And there is no way you can remove God in your life. And we want to really look at that, because Don Bosco will say, for the young person, you need to make a young person feel that not only loved, but she has to feel that she is loved.
Yeah.
Yes. And it has to be experienced. That's why you need to create that friendly environment. Even in whatever we see, all these problems that we are experiencing, let us not judge, but let us create an environment where we can really access the key to the heart of the young person, so that that young person will share about the problem, so that we can help. We pray for them. We also share the goodness.
Right.
If a young person has done something good, affirm, say it louder. You have done it. You are great. This is good. This is wonderful. And the young person will say, wow, this person can recognize that I'm good.
Yeah.
Even if everyone is saying you are bad, but this person is able to say you have something good. You see, you have done this, well done. We need to use the words which are uplifting in order to create that environment where everyone, yes, you can say they are under the influence of drugs, they are under the influence of what? Maybe we need to have a listening here. We need to create time to listen to them. It's not all, I know, yes, everything that is happening around, but I have learned also in life to say listening is one of the most difficult jobs, actually. To create time to listen to somebody is the precious gift that you can give.
Sure.
And I think most of the people or the young people, they get maybe lost or disturbed or do whatever they do because maybe they never found somebody who listened to them, who created that time, because now all of us, we are becoming busy.
Yeah.
I can only listen to you. Maybe if I see a big problem, that's when I call you. Maybe I need also to listen when we are just smiling. we need also to create that moment. So that's how I see that I have learned that listening is one of the most important skill that we need also to appreciate.
Wow. You saw me, I was just writing. It's a master class with you today, Sister Florence. And thank you, for giving of yourself to young people and giving of yourself to God as well and serving Him diligently, through what you're doing and through actual work. Because this is work.
Yeah.
That you're doing.
Actually, you are just quoting also Don Bosco. One of Don Bosco's saying is work, play, and pray. That is what he will encourage us who are following in his footsteps. Work,
play, and pray.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And for him, we will even say bread in heaven. You will have it. Yes, and you will tell the young people, for you I work, for you I start, and for you I will die. Yeah.
Deep.
Yeah.
Deep stuff. Thank you.
Thank you.
For all you're doing, I salute you. We celebrate you.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. I know when you're doing work like this, I'm sure the young people do say thank you to you, but we're using this platform as well to let you know that you are impacting lives positively, and not just lives, but communities through serving what you're doing with the young people here in Cape Town, which is filtering down to other places and, South Africa and in Africa, Zambia, where you come from as well. And I'm hoping, those watching, they're inspired, through your journey, as a sister and nun, and, the fact that you done that journey and you're going out, this is more or less missionary work, that you're doing and doing it, with a smile on your face, with not judging and listening, like you said, because we sometimes forget that we need to listen, to each other and especially to our young people, to hear them, not judge them, and like you said, affirm them, as well when they do something good, because most of the time we're used to just going, oh, you're this, you're that, and correcting and just pointing out the negative, as opposed to, yes, when they do the good thing, we need to affirm them more. So we celebrate you, we honor you, and we pray that God will continue to lift you up. And like you said, you have your own personal challenges, as well. You're human. Yeah. And we'll pray at each season, that challenge come. God will keep giving you the wisdom and the grace, to get through that season.
Thank you.
Because that season doesn't last forever.
Indeed.
So we love you as well.
Thank you. I love you too.
So what I want you to do, I know it's been a long session because it's been a special one. Yeah. What I want you to do is, in closing, if you could just speak to anyone out there, young people, anyone, Africans, South Africans, Zimbabweans, Zambians, anyone you want to speak to, ladies, girls, boys, just to give them any word of encouragement. So in closing, I want you to do that, Sister Florence.
Yes, I would love to encourage all the young people, young women, and everyone out there to say, you are not alone in life. There are people whom you can turn to, who can listen to you, and also who can help you to move in life. We are working here at Don Bosco Delft Skills Training Center. It is also a place where we can also invite young people to come and learn the different skills, and also where we can listen to your problems. And if we cannot solve them, we work with people who are experts in the areas that you would love to share and to be empowered. So I am sharing with you because I have the opportunity to have Mama K here who is listening to me, and also that when you come, we are going to listen to you and we are going to help you to reach out where we can find people who can help you and also who can listen to you. Don't just lock yourself alone where you are. Just look out for us, and we are going to help you as a young person because we are here for you. Thank you.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much, Sister Florence. I really appreciate you, and even hearing your story and the story of Don Bosco. I mean, that was just long time ago. 1816, that was a long time ago, who, has left such a footprint that is carrying on. It's challenging me as well to just feel, wow, what footprint am I leaving, for people? So, wow. It has been a beautiful learning experience, for me, hearing a story, of a lady who left Zambia and is putting back in the community in South Africa. And a man as well, at the age of 9, an Italian who is impacting Africa in ways that is beyond, what we can even think about. So I hope you've been inspired and you're thinking as well, what impact can I make in the lives of others? Even if it's only one person, you can start today. You heard, have a listening here. Work, play, and pray. That's what one of the words of St. Don Bosco, who we've been blessed, to hear more about his story. And I hope, you've been inspired. We'll be sharing the details of the Don Bosco Skills Training Center. If you want to find out more about them, you want to speak to Sister Florence. She's a busy person, but I'm sure, like she said, if she's not there to give you the advice, they can find other people, or they can help you. They can find others who can. And you heard about their needs. We want to complete that unfinished whole, which will serve, a lot of young people here in Delft, and will be open to other people, as well. So, and then there's the need and support needed for some of the young people who come, but they face challenge of transport. So if there are creative ways you can help, please get in touch with Sister Florence or any of the team at the Don Bosco Skills Center, or ourselves as well, to be a connected talk to you for them. Till next time, we'll probably be coming back to feature the Educare Center, because that's another amazing project, being done here under the Don Bosco banner. So till next time, stay safe, stay blessed. Remember, God is love, and this is Mama K signing off. Love you all. Anything else you want to say?
Yes, I'm very happy because I'm sharing, actually, I'm coming from an international congregation of the Salesian Sisters of St. John Bosco. We are more than 11,000 women working throughout the world. Yes, South Africa is one of the countries that we are working. And I belong to the province of 3 countries, South Africa, Lesotho, and Zambia. So I can work anywhere. Today I'm here in Delft, Cape Town. Tomorrow I can be in Lesotho, I can be in Johannesburg, or I can be even in Nigeria, because we have also opened a house there. So we are all over. Our general house is in Rome, Italy. That's where we have the mother house. And we have a provincial house, which is in Johannesburg, Boksburg. Right. So we are a big congregation of women. As in the province, we have 13 houses, that is 13 communities, where we run different activities. Right. And in all places, we have, starting from the creche up to the university in some countries. So thank you very much.
Wow. Yeah. Thank you to all the 11,000 women walking all over the world. Well done for all you're doing to serve and to love. Till next time, it's bye-bye from Don Bosco Skills Training Center. God bless.
Thank you. Thank you.